What's up guys, Anfield here. Welcome to a new video. Today's video is going to be kind of cool. It's a really awesome battle sent to me by Xits. Now, I've seen the after battle stats because I actually had to download it from What Replays, but I haven't seen the battle, so I'm pretty excited. It's his third mark battle with the Object 907, and it's a very good battle by the looks of it, so I'm really excited to get into it. The matchmaker is actually really good for him, so it should be a very good game. Before I get into that, actually, if you have a look down at the consumables here, he has the double repair kit going. Now, the reason for that is the 907 is incredibly prone to getting ammo wrecked multiple times throughout the battle. So the double repair kit there is to mitigate the loss. So something that you guys could consider if you were going to go ham with the 907. Not too bad when losing crew members. So the first thing I want to point out, though, back to the matchmaker, is that his team does not have as many mediums and other tanks capable of winning the field as the enemy team. Even though there's no artillery, they have a much better matchmaker setup to take the field. Now, his two mediums have decided to go there anyway, and so they will likely die because they have not enough support. Even if Xits went over there, they would all be dead and the battle would be lost instantly. You got very unlucky on that bat shot, though. Don't understand the RNG involved in that, but oh well. Yeah, these guys are going to die, although the Leopard has just gone into suicide after them, so this is going to make the absolute most of this Leopard's bizarre play. Don't understand it. But as you can see, you know, his team, his Batshot's already dead, so not looking good for his mediums over there, but that was predictable, and these guys only have themselves to blame. They'll probably go apeshit in chat or something, I don't know. But yeah, don't go to a flank alone and die. It's really not worth it. Yeah, don't do it. You got to read the matchmaker. You know, you can't just be like, oh, well, I'm a medium tank, I need to go over here, because it's not always the case, and it's not always possible for you to do so. So Xits read the matchmaker and is casually still alive. Anyway, so he's moving up into the city because his team doesn't have any field control, which means he has to gain control of the city so that then, you know, they don't have complete map control given to the enemy. So we got lit there, which likely means something is in front of him through the woods or something, because he can't be lit through the buildings. So he's going to move up on the AMX-30. Okay, it was AMX-13 that lit him. So he's just going to get one shot into that guy, move over to this building. There's an E75 there to farm as well, which is quite nice. So he's going to try and farm this guy, which... Oh, there's a 5120 in the base, so 5120 completely unlit, chilling in the enemy base. #1 sniper tank. So Xits here is farming the C75 superbly, because you can see, like, he's only ever exposing himself just enough that he can fire. There's no going out a little bit too far. There's no mistakes here. No overexposure, which is really a nice bit of play to clean up the E75. Unfortunate shot on the TVP didn't land, but he has to come back to base now because there's beginning to be pressure on the base. Now, he probably would have come back sooner if his team was a bit more sluggish, but he does have allies back there, so it bought him a little bit more time to make sure the city was won. The other thing about city is you can't really push down into the enemy base from the city, from this spawn, because it's too vulnerable and exposed. So often what you have to do is win the city and then turn around, either draw the enemy onto you or do something like that, because if you try to push down that little ridge gap, you kind of get stuck, you can't return. So let's say that you push into the city, you get into this dip, you cannot turn around and come back to the city to safety. You are committed if you go down there. So you definitely need to be really careful about that. So he's just going to farm this Scorpion here and use the JP100 on his team's wreck as a nice bit of shield. Oh, that's unfortunate. There's quite a lot of targets up actually for Xits to get shots at. He just has to be a little bit careful that he doesn't take too much damage, because obviously the more hit points you lose, the less you're able to... Oh look, that's the capping Skoda. Well, that's convenient. Yeah, the more hit points you lose in the early stages of the game, the less your capacity to carry the game effectively is. You still got some shots, and the JP100 still being a very nice shield for him to poke over and get some shots. There isn't really much cap pressure at the moment, so that's okay at least for him, and he can farm these guys. But look at the render distance. The render distance only just covers people that are really next to the river, which is why, you know, Highway, I don't really like the map, because so much of the map you just cannot use it. He's going to get that Centurion. You can't use a lot of this map. It's really just much too big. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, that's unfortunate. But at least the track meant that his allies were able to get the kill. That was a nice shot on the Skoda there. Yeah, it's just much too big. There's no support between the two flanks. You commit to one flank and you just can't help the other one. So another reason why you don't go to a flank and you know, realize that you don't have enough people. You're not going to get the support. So he's got to get some more shots in this bat shot. Ah, that's unfortunate. Yeah, especially with a bat shot, because bat shots are such a pain later in the battle. If you get a healthy bat shot at the end of the battle, oh, it's such a pain to deal with. Because they can just clip you and you just don't have the hit points anymore. Your allies don't have the hit points anymore and it just farms you. But oh well, hopefully he'll be able to get some more shots in the bat shot later without actually getting clipped out. Not sure what this is about. This AMX just casually rolling it across the field. Absolutely bizarre decision from the AMX there. But it seems like every time his team gets a kill or gets a tank down, they immediately begin to lose another one, which is rather frustrating. So his team's going to have to sort of turtle the base here. They're a little outnumbered, outgunned, but that doesn't mean that they can't still win if they're careful. Although I'm not sure what his Conqueror is doing. What is these YOLO suicides? Oh, again, AMX 30, why? Oh, that's unfortunate. AMX 30 randomly stopped and Xits led the shot. Oh man. Oh, that's a nice kill shot though. But with the expense of a Conqueror, like why? I don't understand people's instinct to suicide so much from both teams here actually. But so far Xits has had a really good game. He's shown exactly he needs to be, you know, keeping his gun active. He's been everywhere he needs to be to keep his gun active in the game. He's moved exactly when he needs to move and gone to where he needs to go to keep his gun active. He's pushing this dead, is it TVP or Skoda? Pushing the dead tank around. It's like that scene in Planet Earth 2, for those of you that've seen it, where the birds are picking up random objects and moving them around to find a mate. This is what this looks like. But of course he's just trying to make a shield for when the inevitable push through the city comes through. His STI a little bit exposed. He could get shot in the side if the Basha decides to YOLO over. Oh, here comes the Emil too. Xits is actually out of APCR rounds. 907 really does not carry that many rounds. But fortunately for him, he is exactly the type of round he needs. Now, I think the Emil 1 is quite easy to pen in the turret with heat, because obviously it's tier 8. Oh, see, exactly, there's the bat shot. Xits takes the hit to try and punish the bat shot a bit more, but the STI is losing way too much HP. Can he get this shot? Wow. I was convinced he was going to hit the STI's gun there. He's got to pressure this bat shot out. There goes the Amarek, as we talked about. But yeah, it's not looking too great. If the Bashat can get away here, that could be really bad for the battle. He's got to kill this Bashat. Oh, but the Bashat's back again, clipping the SCI, who does not have a lot of hit points left. He is able to kill the Bashat at least, and the Skoda is now up, but look at how many rounds he has left. He's almost out of shells. And there's the 5120 that was camping base. Fortunately, he did bounce. The 907 is quite good at bouncing things. But that's it. He's out. There's literally nothing he can do. The only thing he can do now is bait them into his IS-3. So, an absolutely incredible battle for Xits, and it's such a shame that he basically can't win this battle unless the IS-3 plays really well. Oh, and there's a T-34. See, it's difficult because he has to use his hit points and armor to bait the T-34 and the Skoda into focusing on him while the IS-3 farms them. But he doesn't have a lot to work with. And there's the Skoda shooting into the IS-3. IS-3 just about alive. The T-34 does manage to hit Xits, unfortunately. But this is an impossible situation, and I feel so sorry for him because there's just nothing he can do now with no shells left in the game, and it just shows to the level at which he carried this game and gave his team a chance that he even had the capacity to leave it this close and run out of rounds. That's heartbreaking, but it's not over just yet. You know, the IS-3 could get it. The hardest part for the IS-3, I think, is the fact that, can he get it? Ooh, he just got the T-34. The hardest part for the IS-3 is the fact that the Skoda is more than one hittable. And obviously, You know, he has to put 2 shots into him. The Skoda has an autoloader, and the IS-3 is one-shottable. What he has to do is get into cover. In fact, I would probably have been backing up, not pulling forward. He has to get the Skoda as he's like at a distance, so the Skoda can't close it. Oh, there he is. No, pull forward, pull forward. Oh, don't break that. No. Oh no, IS-3, no. Oh, that's excruciating. Damn. Oh, why did he break his cover? But anyway, nonetheless, from Xits, that's an absolutely incredible battle. I'm going to put the after battle stats up here so you guys can check that out. A really, really, really good game. And just shows how important it is to position yourself correctly, because, you know, if he'd have gone field, he'd be dead. And a lot of people would have gone field because I'm a medium. I'm going to go field, you know. There's no artillery, so it's definitely safe. So it is very important to read your matchmaker, guys. But thank you to Xits for sending in the replay. I have quite a few more, so I'm going to take a look at those, and I'll probably put some of those replays out for you guys to take a look at. But thanks so much for watching the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you on the next one.